Hey y'all, today is Farrier Day at the farm. Our farrier is an Amish fella who comes once every 6 weeks, and we try to be there before him, and not once have we made it to the farm before him. So we're running late, which is kind of per usual, but we're about 3 or 4 minutes away from the farm. And I intended on doing a few more scenes in this, but I did miss them.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do.
At the farm where we board at, there are 9 total horses, which means 5 of them are not ours. And hopefully our farrier starts with those horses so that we can get you a video of all 4 of our horses getting their feet done. We'll see you there. But first, let's do a word from our sponsors.
What?
Chris, we don't have any sponsors.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're not even monetized yet. What do we need to get sponsors?
Subscribers! Subscribers!
What?
Subscribers!
We just got here, and a lot of people like watching horseshoeing. Our farrier is really good at it. I figured this would be a good time to share this experience with you. But there are 9 horses for him to do here. So it'll probably at least be a few hours. I'd say minimum 2.5 hours that he'll be doing this. So we should get plenty of good footage. And we're excited, Tiffany and I, Tiff's in there with her horse. We're excited to share this with you. Oh, and if you're wondering if it costs a lot of money, well, stick around to the end of this video and you can see how much comes out of the pocket at the end of these things. And as it turns out, we made it before the farrier for the first time ever. Hooray! Hooray for you! Hooray! I'm glad we got to do that because it gives us an opportunity to show you a very special shoeing of a horse. The horse that we're going to be watching, Mary Jane, in her lifetime has had founder issues. So the people that own Mary Jane, they like to use a very specific kind of shoe, which has a thick pad in between the shoe and the hoof with some extra special features. And I'm going to go over those features with you as you watch the farrier complete the task. But first, you might be wondering what founder even is, so I'm going to let this short video describe and explain it to you.
Founder, or laminitis, is an infection of tissues between a horse's hoof and pedal bone. It is an extremely painful condition that causes horses great discomfort in their feet. The tissues affected and inflamed are called the laminae, hence the name laminitis. When these tissues become inflamed, they weaken, and the pedal bone can begin to push through them, putting pressure on the hoof itself. This pressure makes it extremely painful for horses to put weight on the feet affected. Horses can go lame from laminitis, and they can also become unable to walk or use their feet at all. What causes founder in horses? The most prominent and well-known cause of founder is overeating on rich foods. Similar to diabetes in people, founder in horses can be caused by eating too much or eating lots of rich foods. Overeating rich foods could look like access to too much grass, too much alfalfa, and even too many treats. Other less common causes include blood poisoning resulting from other infections, colic, any exterior trauma to a horse's hooves, excessive weight bearing on one hoof over the other three, and the drinking of large amounts of cold water, especially in an already cold climate.
And of course, it's to each their own on how any individual horse owner wants to try to help make their horse more comfortable. But in this video, the owner of Mary Jane has decided that they want to use the padded shoes. So I'm going to show you what these padded shoes look like and walk you through the process. And remember, I am not a farrier, and none of the information that I give you is coming from any type of veterinarian or equine specialist by any means. This is just us sharing what we see in our lives with you. And if I understand everything correctly, the farrier starts with the standard trimming, which is basically just getting the hoof nice and flat to begin with and removing any excess or unnecessary hoof. And once the farrier is done trimming the feet nice and neatly, then he will begin banging away at a regular steel horseshoe to form it perfectly for the horse's foot. And after he's got the shoe fitment right, they begin mixing a 2-part epoxy that molds a lot like JB Weld. This will go underneath the pad that we're about to make shortly, which will keep debris and unwanted stuff out and help keep the bottom of the horse's hoof nice and flat. The pad itself is basically just a thick piece of leather. And once everything is fitted and fastened onto the horse's hoof, they just kind of clean up the outside edges and it's done. A happier horse with a nice, soft new shoe. Originally, we planned on having both of our mares just trimmed, but it turned out that only one of the mares actually needed a foot trim. So we just got one mare trimmed, and then the two geldings, which are our Tennessee Walkers, they already had some grip type shoes that we will be testing out here in a few minutes. All they needed was a reset, which means you take off the shoes that are already fitted to their feet, give them a trim, put their shoes back on, and you're ready to go. Now it's time to pay the bill. The fun part, Tiff. Digging the wallet out. We actually saved $30 because one of our mares didn't need to get trimmed. So she can wait till the next cycle. So we saved 30 bucks. That's always good. Farrier prices differ across the board. Not only do they differ regionally, but they also differ from farrier to farrier and depending on what type of shoeing you get, especially if you end up getting something special like Mary Jane with her padded shoes. For us, we did one trim, which cost us $30.
I was never in this for the money. But it turns out that the money was an absolute necessity for me.
And for the geldings, we shoed them all the way around, which we already had their shoes, so that makes it a reset instead of having to buy the shoes again. So that cost $40 per pair, bringing it to $80 per horse, which we did times 2 because we have 2 horses, and that's how we came up with a total of $190.
Do you need some money?
And if you ask me, that's a pretty fair price for everything that we do with them. We're not done yet. Let's take a ride and test these shoes out, shall we? say goodbye. Thank you for the ride, buddy. Appreciate it. Say goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye. Say we'll see you on the next one. Bobo, Tiff, y'all want to say bye? See you on the next one. What do we need for this YouTube channel?
Subscribers.
What is it?
Subscribers.